after years of oppression, unfair oppression, sweet revenge.
What's up, YouTube? It's your homie FuturisticMike, and I'm back with another Lovecraft Country video if you're new. Now, this is going to be the recap for Lovecraft Country Season 1, Episode 6. The title to this episode is Meet Me in Daegu. If you're a fan of Lovecraft Country, if you love Lovecraft Country, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe and turn on those post notifications so when I post videos on Lovecraft Country, you get them. Now, overall, this was a super solid episode. This was a very, very good episode. I think this might be one of my favorite episodes so far, to be honest. I know a lot of people probably don't like this better than other episodes, since it was a whole flashback episode, but I actually liked that. It was a much needed episode. This episode is an extended flashback to events before the start of the series. It's not even a flashback from the perspective of one of the main characters. It's a flashback from somebody completely different. We knew about this character from other episodes and stuff, but we didn't know a whole lot about her. This episode is about Jaya, who is played by Jamie Chung, and to be honest, she's in a lot of different movies. I didn't know how many movies she was actually in until I looked her up, and she's been in many movies that I've saw before. I don't remember her from these movies necessarily, but she's been in so many movies that I've seen, and she's a beautiful actress, seriously. And she really killed this role in Lovecraft Country. She really did. She made it so believable. I actually really like her character. She is Atticus's local love interest during the Korean War, but she is certainly a lot more than meets the eye, and I mean a lot more. This girl right here is something else. In a backstory episode that unfolds slowly throughout the hour, we learn that Jaya is in actuality a kumiho, a nine-tailed fox spirit that can be summoned to dwell in the form of a beautiful woman to avenge the crimes of men. Long story short, she's just a monster. She's not even human at all. Jaya was called forth by the mother of a young woman who was raped by the older woman's husband in order to stop the abuse. Unfortunately for them both, she must kill 100 men in total for the daughter's spirit to return to her body and for the kumiho to return to the supernatural realm. Most of this episode focuses on the two women, the mother and the daughter, their relationship. She has a hard time understanding why the rapist's form of love was wrong, and she gets many of her ideas about love from watching Judy Garland musicals at the local theater and the desire of her mother to have her actual daughter back. Now, the two of them commit dozens of murders together. Dozens of murders. She's supposed to kill these men. She's basically supposed to trick them into having sex, and then when they're getting ready to have sex, she has to kill them or whatever to absorb their spirit. But she encounters Atticus Freeman, and she actually develops real deal feelings for him. But these feelings are complicated because when they first meet, it was under difficult circumstances. Jaya is a nurse who treats wounded American soldiers, and one of her friends during her shift, a woman named Young Ja, is a communist sympathizer. One day, the whole shift is hauled out to an American base and lined up on their knees. Someone from their shift has been leaking information to the enemy, and the Americans intend to find out who it is, even if they have to shoot and kill every one of them first. After the first nurse is executed in cold blood, the soldier's gun jams, and Atticus Freeman strides forward to carry out the second execution himself. There's no hesitation on his part. You know, even if he feels guilty or whatever, he can't do anything about it. He has to take orders. He points the gun at Jaya, but he doesn't shoot her, but he ends up shooting her friend instead. Now, months later, Atticus finds himself in the same hospital, recovering from his own wounds. Jaya befriends him with the intention of seducing and killing him. In the process, though, she discovers they share similar interests. They debate about the book, The Count of Monte Cristo, and its movie adaptation, emerging from under the thumb of a controlling parent and so on. So they become romantically involved, Atticus even secures a print of summer stocks from his Uncle George back home to arrange a private screening just for the two of them. You know, he set up a little date so they could watch a movie and just chill, you know, get to know each other even more, and possibly sleep together, but it turns out Atticus was a virgin. When Jaya attempts to take the relationship to the next level, she learns that Atticus is a virgin. He says he has a lot of guilt over what he's done, about how he shot and killed people and everything. He realizes that the country treats him like shit and the country makes him do stuff. He says, I've done horrible things I've tried to forget, and when I'm with you, that seems possible. It's like because you see the good in me, I know it's there. She ends up telling him to get out before she ends up sleeping with him, because she knows if she sleeps with him, it's over with. He's gonna die because them tentacle things come out for whoever she tries to have sex with, and it's just over for him. She's afraid that monster side was gonna take over and then kill Atticus. But then she does something unexpected. She comes clean about her intention to kill him to avenge her murdered friend, a plan she abandoned when she realized her feelings for him were real. She actually told him that she was planning on killing him. She said that was her real plan. She said, we've both done monstrous things, but that does not make us monsters. So their relationship ends up continuing. They have a lot of sex, during which Jaya manages to control her tentacle-like tails from extruding and impaling Atticus Freeman, until she lets her guard down a little too much and that monster comes out and tries to kill Atticus. And when the monster comes out, Jaya starts to see visions and stuff from the future. She starts to see what could happen in the future with Atticus, and she sees him die and everything like that. So this scares the hell out of her, what she saw, and obviously it scares the hell out of Atticus too. He's like, what the hell just happened? Like, seriously, if this happened to anybody and tentacles came out of your girl when you were having sex with her, I mean, obviously, would that scare you too? Hell yeah, that would scare you. Like, man, that's crazy. He dipped on out of there so quick. When those tentacles insert themselves into a man to consume his soul, Jaya also absorbs the victim's memories. In Atticus's case, she sees his abuse at the hands of his father Montrose and his role in torturing young Ja to death. So she sees some of his past life, but she's also able to see his future, his strange future, which ends in his death. She begs him not to go back home to the States, to Chicago, but he has to because his time in Korea is up. Now the episode ends with Jaya and her mother, with whom she has reconciled with, returning to the shaman who helped summon the Kumiho in the first place. The shaman says, your mortal concerns are meaningless. He says, you have not even become one with the darkness yet. You will see countless deaths before your journey is done. And that's how the episode ends. Now I'm just wondering if we're gonna see Jaya in the future, in future episodes. Maybe she comes to Chicago looking for Atticus. I think that's what's gonna happen, because I think she was the one on the phone at the end of episode 5 when Atticus got that weird call. Because if you guys remember, it said on that piece of paper, die. So I don't know, maybe she was on the phone warning him or something. Maybe she's coming to try to save him. Because right after we seen that cliffhanger at the end of that episode, then we went into this backstory with Jaya and Atticus. So I think that had something to do with her. But I definitely know that we're going to see her in the future, in future episodes. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen with her and also Atticus and the rest of the characters too. This honestly is a strange show, it really is, but it's still so entertaining and it's very good. The writers are good, the story is good, the storyline is so good in this. They just did such a good job making this show. This show is just phenomenal. I know a lot of people keep on saying, man, this show is weird, which is true. Certain episodes and certain scenes are weird, but it's still good, it really is. Overall, this was a very solid episode. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. This episode seriously kept me engaged. It didn't keep me bored at all. Even though you had to read on the screen half the time because you couldn't understand what they were saying because they weren't speaking in English, that still didn't stop me from watching the episode. I loved it. And I can't wait for the next episode. Keep supporting your boy, and I'll be continuing to bring y'all Lovecraft Country videos in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you can never miss a video. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy FuturisticMike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.